many other problems hampering our desired progress. Grace and prosperity be your portion. Let us all look forward to a future filled with and its beloved people. God bless ECOWAS. God bless our beloved Africa. I thank you.
Honorable members, we are indeed inspired by the warm words of His Excellency, the honor to, on your behalf, invite the visiting heads of state and former presidents to congratulate the President of the Republic of Ghana. I have a real tall list and
what is the next on the agenda? Because
very soon we will witness.
Call the names of our distinguished dignitaries, the heads of states and presidents from various countries, to come to congratulate His Excellency the President of Ghana. The President, the Commander-in-Chief, and the Head of State of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the person of His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to lead in this whole exercise. Your Excellency, you may proceed. Immediately after him, then follows His Excellency the President Ori Nasingbe. After him comes His Excellency the President of Benin, the Republic of Benin, in the person of Patrice Talon. Bienvenue. Merci beaucoup. Then follows the President of Gambia, His Excellency Brigadier Julius Maada Bio, the President of the Federal Republic of Sierra Leone. Immediately follows His Excellency Felix Antoine Tshisekedi Chilombo, the President of the Democratic Republic of Congo. After His Excellency, the President of the Democratic Republic of Congo, we have His Excellency Umaru Sissoco Embalo, the President of the Republic of Guinea-Bissau. After him follows the President of the Republic of Cabo Verde, His Excellency Jose after the President Ruto, Republic of Kenya. His Excellency Joseph Nyuma Boakai Sr. is the President of the Republic of Namibia. Sorry. That is a she. The President of Namibia is His Excellency, in the person of His Excellency Mahamat Idris Deby Itno. After him, we have the President of the Republic of Botswana, His Excellency Duma Gideon Boku. After him comes of the strong people of Burkina Faso, honorable members, the full meaning of Maiga. Prime Minister Mali, after him is the Prime Minister of Haiti. Baba, bienvenue. In the person of His Excellency Teodoro Obiang Nguema Mbasogo of Uganda, in the person of Jessica Rose Epel Alupo, we have the Vice President of the Republic of Tanzania, His Excellency Dr. Philip Isdor Mpango. Yes. That is rather the Vice President of Tanzania. We also have with us the Vice President of La Côte d'Ivoire.
Greetings from President Museveni.
The person of Chemoko Meiliet Kone. Tanzanite. La Côte d'Ivoire. After His Excellency the Vice President of La Côte d'Ivoire, we have the Vice President of Mauritania, His Excellency Mohamed Adihali Khatra. Mon ami.
My father. Congratulations.
The Vice President of Mauritania, We now have the Speaker of Parliament of the Kingdom of Morocco, His Excellency Rashid Talbi Alami. After him is the former President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Olusegun Obasanjo. Together with his younger brother, the former President of Nigeria, His Excellency Goodluck Ebele Jonathan.
Speaker.
Morocco.
Speaker of Morocco.
Yes.
I hope to see you.
Yes. Thank you so much for the invitation. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes,
After His Excellency Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, we have the former President of Liberia, in the person of Her Excellency Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. After her, we have the former President of the Federal Republic of South Africa, in the person of His Excellency Jacob Zuma. After the former President of South Africa, we have the former President of Germany, His Excellency Christian Wolff. After Germany, follows the Foreign Minister of the European Union, Belgium, European Affairs, Foreign Trade, and the Funeral Culture Institute. Germany.
Thank you very much. Thanks for coming.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
good to see you, Speaker.
Thank you. After the Foreign Minister of EU, we have the Senior Minister, His Excellency Jean-Jacques Broya of Congo, Brazzaville.
Well done. All the best for your administration.
After Congo, Brazzaville, we have the Minister for Africa, the United Nations, the Commonwealth and Human Rights of United Kingdom. Speaker? Yes. In the person of Lord Collins of Highbury.
Yes, that's right. No, thank you. Thank you so much. We have to start working.
After him comes the Minister for Defense of Zimbabwe, Honorable Opa Michinguri Kashiri.
President Baumia.
So nice to see you.
Look at you. Good to see 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 you.
Congratulations on your recollection.
Has been a wonderful ambassador. We're all proud of it. I thought you stayed longer. Thank you. All right. So we start work tomorrow.
Yes.
We also have the Minister for Housing, Lands and Maintenance of Barbados, Honorable Dwight Sutherland, Member of Parliament.
You got the invitation a bit late. I understand. Yes. Thank you. All the best. Give my brother my regards. Yeah. Yes. You can tell him I'm coming. Yes. Okay. Are we done? Thank you.
Barbados.
Greetings from Prime Minister.
Yes.
Sir.
It's quite long. I have to cut protocol and go to invite the former Vice President of our great Republic of Ghana, in the person of His Excellency Dr. Mahmoudou Baumia.
At the end, we invite Modena, and then also maybe Chairman of Council of Elders and the General Secretary. It's a long list.
Honorable members, once again, the list is very, very long. I will now invite the President of the ECOWAS Commission, in the person of His Excellency Dr. Omar Eliu Toure, We have so many special envoys and ministers from Czech, Israel, Spain, China, Japan, Russia. We have the mayor of Los Angeles, United States. And please, you are all invited to follow in this order, the order I just mentioned. Thank you. Czech, Israel, Spain, China, Japan, Russia, Mayor of Los Angeles, Deputy General Secretary of the United Nations, Ms. Amina Mohammed, Secretary General of the Commonwealth, Right Honorable Patricia Scotland, the African Union Commission Chairperson, Special Envoy, His Excellency Wamikele. And we have the Honorary Consul General for Nigeria and Ghana of Belize, Dr. Ifeanyiku Ifede.
Speaker, expecting the meeting.
We have the former Prime Minister of Ethiopia, the Secretary General of Climate Vulnerable Forum, Pan-African Parliament, the President himself, His Excellency Chief Fortune Zephania Charbura. We have the African Development Bank. The President of the African Development Bank is here himself. We have the Vice President of the World Bank in charge of Western and Central Africa. Then the ECOWAS Bank for Investment and Development, the President and Chairman of the Board of Directors, our own Dr. George Ajekum Donko. We have the United Bank for Africa, Chairman of the group, Mr. Tony Elumelu, and we have the Ambassador of Bahamas, yes. We have the President of the Secretary General of the United Nations Office for West Africa and the Sahel, Mr. Leonardo Santos Simao, and the Deputy National Secretary Advisor to Sheikh Khalid bin Ali Al Khalifa of Bahrain. And then the Executive Director of Africa Development Bank Group, and we have the Vice President for Africa International Bank for Reconstruction and Development, Usman Diagana.
For a higher calling. You don't have a
After all this, I will invite the former speakers of our parliament. They may come congratulate His Excellency the President. I am compelled by the situation, not only time constraints, but the exhaustion of all gathered here, to invite the chairman of the Council of Elders of the Great Evergreen National Democratic Congress, who could at his pleasure come with some of the executives of the party to congratulate His Excellency the President. And we will crown it all with the First Lady of the Republic of Ghana, Her Excellency Her Excellency Lordina Mahama.
So the inauguration of the president is still underway. Just gone by, you saw dignitaries shaking the hands of the president. You saw Malik Basintale in your shot there, that Basintale boy greeting the president. You saw the family of the president, Lordina Mahama, the first lady, and you saw John Mahama's sons and daughter as well, shaking hands with him. A long list of dignitaries, all filing past the vice president, the speaker of parliament, shaking hands with them and shaking hands with the president, exchanging pleasantries. So that is what is currently still ongoing. And right after this, I'm pretty sure we'll be bringing proceedings at the Black Star Square to a close. The president has duly been inaugurated. He's taken the oath of office. He has been sworn in. And so he is now the commander-in-chief of the Ghana Armed Forces. That's right. And he is the president of the Republic of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama. He's given his inaugural speech, and there are quite a number of things that the president mentioned in his inaugural speech. Key among them, indicating that there are some 4 things now this presidency is going to focus on. Economic restoration, improving the business investment environment, and even on that score, he later told the diplomatic community and other representatives from other countries that are there that Ghana is now open for business. If you listen to him, he talked about governance and constitutional reforms, and he talked about accountability
and the fight against corruption.
I
mean, the fight against corruption has been something that he's been drumming since the campaigning period, after which he formed Oral right after the declaration that he's president-elect. I mean, he's keen in the fight against corruption. It's something that he's talked about. Prior to 2016, it's something that the then NPP party characterized his governance with corruption and corruption-related offences, for which Ghanaians voted them out. He on the campaign trail prior to the 2024 general election also hammered strongly on corruption and corruption-related offences, and how his government, if he is elected, his government will be keen in fighting corruption. So it's not surprising that he still talks about the fight against corruption. That will be one of the priority areas of his government.
And we'll come back and talk about that. But let's talk about something interesting. You know, it's a rare occasion to see John Dramani Mahama, the president, you know, dressed the way he's dressed today, right? Looking very sharp in his, what is it called? Is it called Agbada?
Agbada.
Agbada,
But you know, Agbada is synonymous with Nigerian outfit, but this one is Ghanaian infused.
Yes, Ghanaian infused. It has some Idinkra symbols in there. So let's talk about some of the Idinkra symbols, you know, in the president's attire, right? For example, there is Nyamidua, you know, in there, Nyamidua in there. Essentially, it means that Nyamidua, God's tree.
Yeah,
that's
so
a direct translation, right? Yeah. Right. So it's a symbol of God's presence and protection. Essentially, you know, that is what the Nyamidua means, right? So you see those Adinkra symbols, you know, on President John Mahama's attire. Also, there is Jinyame in there. And we all know, we all know what Jinyame means. We accept God, a symbol that is expressing the omnipotence of God, you know, and arguably the most popular Dinkra symbol that we have here in the country, right? Jinyame is everywhere.
Jinyame is everywhere.
Jinyame, had it not been for God, John Mahama would not be president.
And he's talked a lot about God, even on the campaign trail, and even after being elected, he talks a lot about God. So I mean, it's not surprising, except God.
You know, and even with that, there is Sankofa as well. Sankofa.
And Ghanaians have Sankofa him.
Yeah, go back and get it, Sankofa.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, in Akan, they say that so free, now Sankofa in Chi. Yeah, so Sankofa. You know, it's not a taboo to go back to what you forgot or left behind. So Ghanaians have gone back. So you're seeing John Mahama's sons in your shot there.
His daughter-in-law.
Yeah, daughter-in-law, yes. And then the sons of John Mahama.
Maybe
I think they went to exchange pleasantries with others and then, you know, came back. So there is also
that we are struggling, please. The Chi dictionary is in the house. Can you help us? Is it Jenimeng or Jenimeng?
Jenimeng, humility and strength, essentially, you know, is what that means. You know, the ram's horns. Essentially is what that Idinkra symbol is for, the ram's horns, which is a symbol of strength in mind, body and soul, humility, wisdom and learning. And if you look at it critically, you look at the University of Ghana's logo, you will see that particular Idinkra symbol, you know, in the University of Ghana's logo as well. So, you know, a lot of symbolism in the attire. God, you know, except God. But let's go back and join the feed. Alban Bagwin continues with the proceedings.
To come and give an indication as to where we proceed to from here. Please, the majority and the minority leaders.
Right Honorable Speaker, we have exhausted the business on today's order paper. In view of that, I move that this House adjourn to tomorrow at 11 a.m. in the forenoon.
Mr. Speaker, it is the desire of the minority that this House be suspended so we continue to do business in fulfillment of the 24-hour economy. However, if the majority leader so pleases, I shall second his motion for adjournment. Thank you very much.
Honorable members, in view of what your leaders have said, adjourn the House to tomorrow, Wednesday. The sitting is accordingly adjourned. That's what it is.
So Parliament has duly been adjourned after the majority leader moved the motion for the House to be adjourned. It was seconded by the minority leader, Alexander Kwamena Afenyomarkin. And so this business of Parliament today has come to an end. The business of Parliament today was the swearing in of the Vice President and the President of the Republic of Ghana. And that has been done. And so Parliament has been adjourned to 12 noon tomorrow, where the MPs are going to, start properly business of the 9th Parliament. And we're going to see exactly how all of that plays out from tomorrow. Of course, you can count on us to bring you an update and a report on how proceedings fare in Parliament tomorrow. But we're still here in the studio with our guests who have not left us yet. They have listened to the inaugural speech of the President, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. And I believe that they have, a few pointers and a few things to say about the speech that John Dramani Mahama delivered. Of course, I'm still here in the studio with my co-host Lily Mohammed and our guest in the studio, Dr. Ishmael Norman and Dr. Charity Benka are here. Dr. Benka, John Mahama has delivered his inaugural speech. He talked about his speech hinging on 4 key areas: economic restoration, improving the business environment, governance and constitutional reforms, and
accountability and fight against corruption. What are your thoughts?
Her speech gives us hope. When she talks about economic empowerment and all those other things, we have to remind him of the NDC government of the Women's Bank, Development Bank.
Yeah. I mean, he talks about inclusivity.
Yes, so
championing inclusivity.
Yes, so there are specific things that they've mentioned, and we want to see that happened. I think one of the things that I also like about the speech is about the call for unity, that we can do this together. It's just one person and just a government, but all of us, Ghana belongs to all of us. He said, he is Ghana, I am Ghana, all of us here are Ghana. So we all have a stake in this. We must work together. It means that not only are we going to demand accountability from people who we have chosen to govern us, but we as a people have to have some kind of reorientation about our attitudes.
Yeah.
We all must know that Ghana belongs to all of us.
Yeah.
Some of us even end up helping to corrupt those who are in power. So we also have to do something about it. We have a responsibility. We have hope. And I like the aspect about the gender, the gender issue that he raised, that more women, in fact, it's a testament, the appointment of the female, there is still hope for women, young women, old women, all of us, who are wondering whether the door can ever be open for us. Professor has shown that the door can be open, and this government has shown that the door can be open where there's political will. So I am looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to them implementing everything that they said about gender equality, the empowerment of women, the economic empowerment of people. He also talked about disability. And I think that our public buildings and all that, many of them do
disability friendly.
Yes. And I think we need to do something about it. And I'm hoping that since it's captured and I'm also hoping that as a country we sit down and do a proper evaluation of the senior high school policy, the free senior high school policy, see where the gaps are so that it can work for us. Because it's something which has become a legacy that we must hold on to for generations to come. But we need to improve it to make sure it works, we get the desired results. So in all, I think that the speech, he also talked about global issues. There are some of the issues that he talked about. Some of us are joking with this climate change issue. So I'm happy that he captured it in his speech. Today he was even talking about the ice melting, all those attacks. I didn't even know some of these diseases are a result of the things that we are doing unknowingly. We are destroying the environment, and I'm happy that they are going to. I'm also hoping that, like any other countries who have banned the use of polythene, carrier bags and things, they are all over the place. They never dissolve in this thing. So we need to do something. So I'm very excited about the speech.
So I believe that there is an honor guard for the president to inspect. Let's join the feed and take a look at this.
The parade commander is marching to ask permission for the inspection of the parade.
Presidential inauguration ceremony, guard honor conduct. Guard mounted by the Ghana Navy. 96 bank and file with the Ghana Navy regimental band in attendance, ready for inspection. Lieutenant Ghana Navy, Kenneth report your excellence. Aye, your excellence.
Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, this morning we have the Navy Regimental Band on parade. It's under the command of Staff Lieutenant Doris Iboni.
Your Excellency, inspection over. May I have your permission to march off the guard? Aye, Your Excellency.
Distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, this marks the end of the inauguration of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama as the President of the Republic of Ghana and Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, and the Vice President, Professor Jane Nana Opoku-Agyeman. Distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, let's all remain seated as the President takes leave of us. Shall we please be upstanding for the national anthem? All uniformed personnel are entreated to salute. in order as they came in. The first to depart will be the President of Nigeria, followed by Benin, Burkina Faso, Cape Verde,